it's Mommy Joy again and welcome back to my channel. For today's episode of English 101 with Mommy Joy, I will be talking about the prepositions of time at, in, on. But before that, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and please click the notification bell for you to be updated on my upcoming videos. Prepositions of time at, in, on are very important, especially in the English language. Why? Kasi hindi sila pwedeng bali-baliktarin. Kailangan alam natin kung saan ito gamitin para if we're going to take a major test like board exam or any other test, alam natin at we will pass the exam. Alright? So are you ready? Let's begin. Prepositions of time at, in, on. We will begin first with at. We use at for a precise time. When we say precise time, it means exact time. Like for example, 3 o'clock, at bedtime, at sunset, at sunrise. So there is exact or precise time. We use in for months, years, centuries, and long periods. Like for example, in December, in the future, in the past, in the 1900s. We use on for days and dates. Like for example, on Monday, on Tuesday, on November 20. Again, at, we use at for a precise time or exact time. We use in for months, years, centuries, and long periods. And we use on for days and dates. I will first begin with the preposition of time at. I will give you some example sentences. Example sentences for the preposition of time at. Number 1, I have a meeting at 9 a.m. Number 2, the shop closes at midnight. Number 3, Jane went home at lunchtime. So what are the exact time for these 3 sentences? Let's begin with number 1. Number 1, I have a meeting at 9 a.m. The answer is 9 a.m. Number 2, the shop closes at midnight. At midnight or midnight. And number 3, Jane went home at lunchtime. The exact time is lunchtime. Okay? Those are the example sentences for the preposition of time at. What about the preposition of time in? The example sentences are the following. Number 1, in England, it often snows in December. Number 2, do you think we will go to Jupiter in the future? And number 3, there should be a lot of progress in the next century. So, ano-ano ang mga preposition of time in? So, number 1 example, in England, it often snows in December. So, the answer is in December. Number 2, do you think we will go to Jupiter in the future? The answer is in the future. And number 3, there should be a lot of progress in the next century. The answer is in the next century. So those are the example sentences for the preposition of time in. It means we use it for months, years, centuries, and long periods. Example sentences for the preposition of time on. On is for days and dates like on Monday, on Tuesday, on November 20. Those are examples of preposition of time on. So example sentences. Number 1, do you work on Mondays? Number 2, her birthday is on November 20. And number 3, where will you be on New Year's Day? So what are the preposition of time on? In number 1, we have, do you work on Mondays? The answer is Mondays, on Mondays. Number 2, her birthday is on November 20. The answer is November 20. And number 3, where will you be on New Year's Day? The answer is New Year's Day. So those are the example sentences for the preposition of time on. On is for days and dates. Again, let's have a recap. So preposition of time at is used for precise time or exact time. Preposition of time in is for months, years, centuries, and long periods. And preposition of time on is for days and dates. In the next example sentences, notice the use of the preposition of time at, on, and in the following standard expressions. So we will begin with the preposition at. For example, at night. The example sentences is, the stars shine at night. Another example, at the weekend. I usually stay at home at the weekend. Number 3, at Christmas. I stay with my family at Christmas. Those are example sentences for the preposition of time at in the standard expression. Note that in some varieties of English, people say on the weekend or on Christmas. Notice the use of the preposition in and on in the following standard expressions. For example, in the morning, on Tuesday morning, in the evening, on Sunday evening, in the afternoon, on Sunday afternoon. Again, let's have a recap. We use at for precise time. We use in for months, years, centuries, and long periods. And we use on for days and dates. So are you ready for a test? Okay, I'll give you the following sentences and then you're going to give the correct preposition of time, either at, in, or on. Okay, let's begin. Number 1. Let's meet blank midday. Again, number 1. Let's meet blank midday. At, in, or on. Number 2. You won't be working blank Saturday nights, will you? Number 2. You won't be working blank Saturday nights, will you? So choose at, in, or on. And the last one, number 3. The manager isn't here blank present. Number 3. The manager isn't here blank present. At, in, or on. So I guess that's all for today. I hope you learned something from this video about the prepositions of time, at, in, or on. And if you do, please leave a comment below. See you again soon on my next episode of English 101 with Mommy Joy. Stay safe and healthy. Bye-bye!